Welcome in, everybody, to the Junkyard Dawgcast. We are live on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. A little bit of a different feel. No Jake Rowe, no Kip Adams. You got me, producer Jordan, and the man, the myth, the legend, Rusty Mansell. Rusty, how's it going, man?
Good, man. It feels like all these games are taking forever today. The 12 o'clock games took forever. That Georgia game took forever. I mean, I don't know what's going on, but it's been a long Saturday so far.
Absolutely, yeah. So Georgia rolls over UAB 56-7. Defense, hell of a game. Hell of a game from Stetson Bennett.
Yeah.
Talk a little bit about his play, man.
That's such a hot topic, and you see Georgia fans very, very passionate about, the majority didn't want him to start, didn't want him to play. They felt like they had the sample size and kind of knew what to expect of Stetson Bennett. And, here's the deal. The dude freaking balled today, and that's not a terrible team. They just jumped all over UAB, and it was just kind of out of hand before they could really get into it. But when he was 6 for 6 for like 270 and 4 touchdowns, and where he had 5 touchdowns in the first half. So, for Georgia to have someone like that, they feel confident in, they know they can get things done. It's invaluable. Now, moving forward, I guess the questions are going to be, what about JT Daniels and how long I think he's going to be out. So we'll jump right into that, Jordan, if you want to. I think if this game was Auburn, if this game was Florida, that JT Daniels probably would have given it a shot. But there's really, there's no sense, and there's bigger fish to catch, so to speak, with Georgia right now. And you kind of let him rest, see where he is, going in this week, because here we are. Georgia is going to be Georgia and South Carolina. It's going to be a night game. It's going to be in Athens. South Carolina's undefeated. Big win today for Shane Beamer and those guys coming back there at the end and kicking a field goal to win. So, I think it's going to be day to day. My gut feeling right now, and I'm not predicting this, for the concrete, I guess, prediction for the week, but I kind of get the sense I think JT Daniels will be back next week. But for Georgia fans, I think you really got to take a step back, man, and really appreciate that you got a backup like Stetson Bennett that can come right in and just get things rolling. And he did. He started from the second play of the game, and he was rolling the entire time that they needed him to. They throttled it down some by playing Carson Beck, and I agree with that now, to play Carson Beck. They throttled it down some, but when they needed Stetson Bennett to make a big throw today, damn, he made some big throws.
Absolutely. And Rusty, we saw the defense, really just do exactly what they did against Clemson, just bow up, didn't allow anything. I think only 165 yards total and forced 3 interceptions. Talk a little bit about their play today.
Man, they're fast.
Yeah.
I want to be careful. It's second game, but I've been watching Georgia football for a long, long time. I've been watching a lot of football from different teams and special teams that through the years. I'm going to tell you, man, this Georgia defense, when you're watching it on TV and you see a guy catch a ball in the flats or something, and he's running, watch how fast a Georgia player appears. And here's the thing, too, Jordan. When they get there, man, they will hurt you. Georgia is physical. Absolutely. There's a lot of big-time hits being placed out there. They're trading paint, and the kind of the theme right now is offense wins championships in college football, and I believe that. But I'm telling you right now, this Georgia defense is going to suffocate a lot of people, and we'll see when they match up with a big-time offense. But this is one of the most impressive defenses that I've ever seen Georgia have, period.
Absolutely. We saw Brock Bowers, 3 catches, 107 yards, 2 touchdowns, had an 89-yard touchdown catch. Do you think even when Darnell Washington comes back that a guy like Brock Bowers has definitely carved a role out in this offense?
Oh, God, no question. Darnell Washington, he don't run like that. He does not. Darnell Washington don't have that gear. He just doesn't. Now, what Darnell Washington brings is his 6'8", and he's a matchup nightmare. So what you get with Brock Bowers is, you get a polished route runner. You get a guy that, listen, I didn't know he had that gear. I knew he was a +1 athlete. This is a true freshman. He's gotten a little more physical blocking, but damn, man, he rolled out on that guy on that angle. And then, the fourth down, I think it was a third down in the red zone. They ran a great route, with Stetson Bennett there for a touchdown. So Darnell Washington is going to play a lot for Georgia when he gets back, just because he's such a bad matchup, man. You got a 6'8" guy rolling through the seam on an out route. It's hard to body up someone like that. But you look at Georgia and where they are, and John Fitzpatrick is no joke. So the Georgia tight end room is in really, really good shape. And when Darnell Washington gets back in there, man, it's going to go next level.
Absolutely. We talked a little bit about the pecking order of the quarterbacks as far as backups go. You know, we talked a lot about Carson Beck. We talked a little bit about Brock Vandegrift. And you said specifically on Thursday, don't write Stetson Bennett off.
Yep.
Were you surprised that Stetson was the starter or
on Thursday night, I probably would have leaned with Carson Beck. But, you know, here's the thing, you know, as you dig in more into it, it sounds like Carson Beck was the guy on Monday. Tuesday, he was still majority of the reps. And Wednesday, it went to a 50-50 type deal. And then Thursday, it sounds like Stetson got a few more reps. So you really weren't sure where Georgia's going to go with this. And I kind of got a hold of that a little bit late on Friday morning. So we started talking, and I started talking to Jake Rowe and Kip. I was like, listen, man, Stetson Bennett could start here. Now, I didn't predict Stetson Bennett to start. I'm not going to be that guy. But I knew that Georgia's staff was confident in him to do what he needed to do to win a game. But I don't think even Georgia, you know, Coach Monken, Kirby Smart, any of those guys thought, man, this dude's about to come out and go 6 for 6 and then throw 5 TDs in the first half against a pretty damn talented UAB team. So plus bonuses. And I think Georgia did a really good job today of getting Carson Beck some reps. I mean, you know, this is a thing where they got to have him and going down the road in the future. He's going to be, you know, a big piece of the puzzle if he wins that job. So I think they did a good job of getting him some reps. They had a pick 6 at the end. That's, you know, being a little bit picky. It happens. Thought he made some good throws, some good reads. He looked more comfortable going in there. But I can tell you what, if you're Kirby Smart, you have zero hesitation playing Stetson Bennett anytime, any place of the year. So that is a great feeling to have as a coaching staff, knowing you can put him in and the moment is never too big.
Absolutely. Let's go ahead and get to your player of the game. I think I know who you're going to choose, but go ahead and surprise me.
I mean, it's got to be Stetson Bennett. I mean, I don't know who else what he did. And I wasn't there, so I'm not going to say, but there was kind of some rumors that when they announced him, there was some rumblings and some boos in the crowd, which is kind of, I mean, you don't do that, man. I mean, that's just not, you don't do that for a home crowd, but It is what it is. It is what it is. And for him to come out and do what he did, and the fact that this guy's in the fourth quarter with a big fat dip on the sidelines, I know Jake Rowe's extremely happy for this guy. I mean, I'm not publicizing dipping. I've never done it myself in my entire life. Never had a dip, but my man was so comfortable with his performance. He's got him a big fat dip on the sideline, and he's telling stories to everybody. So Stetson Bennett knew he played well, knew he had a big game. And I think the Georgia fan base should be extremely appreciative of this young man and what he did today and what comfort he gives that coaching staff, knowing you got a guy that can do it at any time.
Yeah, absolutely. Going forward, Rusty, Georgia hosts South Carolina next week.
Mm-hmm.
Who do you think, you know, if you had to, you know, choose right now, is it Stetson Bennett starting again? You know, if JT Daniels is not back?
Certainly. If JT Daniels is not playing, I don't know how you couldn't play Stetson Bennett based off what he did today. I mean, the offense is confident with him. He makes some big throws. I think, you know, one kind of today for me, just a little separation was the ball that he threw to Arian Smith. You're talking a guy who runs a 10-100 now.
Yeah.
He hit Arian Smith in the hands on the money, and it was a touchdown. Carson Beck, early in his playing time, throws one underneath ball, and Arian Smith got kind of rolled up on. He never came back in the game. Now, I think he's going to be okay. They said leg contusion, but, you know, you get a chance. You get about 2 of those chances a game with someone like that, because everybody knows when Arian Smith's in that game, you got to hold your breath because he can knock the top off coverage in a second with that speed. Probably the fastest player in college football, truthfully. So when he's out there, you get a couple shots a game, you got to hit those. And that's kind of the difference right now. He hit some great balls, hit a great ball on Brock Bowers on the sideline. He took to the house. So I think certainly I would be confident in saying if JT Daniels does not play, they're going to go with Stetson Bennett.
Yeah, absolutely. I totally agree. Well, that's going to wrap it up for us today on the Junkyard Dawgcast, guys. When you see us again, well, you won't see me, but you'll see Jake, you'll see Kip. We'll be back after Kirby's press conference on Monday. But for Rusty Mansell, I'm Jordan Mayton. We'll see you guys.